Autobots roll out. Now, there is a really nasty rumor going around that when I record my videos, I don't wear any pants. Well, that's for me to know and you to wonder about. So when it comes to the weapons, we want to run as much lockdown as possible, so we're going with punchers and magnetars. Now, these may or may not be on the rebalance list. I don't know what they're doing with that, but we want something that locks you down. I don't care what weapons you run, make sure they lock people down, and we'll explain why in a minute. I'm not putting these weapons on here because I want them to do a lot of damage. I'm putting these on here because I want this robot to lock people down so they can't escape the ability that blinds you. You got to be really close to the enemy for the ability to work, so lockdown is a must in my opinion. So any lockdown weapons work great on this robot. Now when it comes to the drone, if you want 100% free to play, you can earn this drone just by playing the game and buying it with your resources. So Whiteout is a great choice for any robot that's up in your face and really close, because when you get really close to an enemy, this thing will EMP them so they can't use their ability. And that's actually a really big help for this robot. So if you don't have this drone, there is one other good choice. If you got lockdown weapons and you throw a paralysis on here, that's going to make those weapons lock people down even faster. So paralysis or whiteout, in my opinion, one of those two is a must on this robot with lockdown weapons. You got to have lockdown weapons. So the weapons, the robot, and the drone, these are all free to play. And if you need this pilot, you can get it for about 2,500 gold. Honestly, if you're not wasting your gold, I notice I acquire a lot of gold just from playing. Now, there is another pilot for this robot, and I don't really care for it. I like Marcus. It makes the ability last 20% longer, and in my opinion, that is a big help to this robot. It's not necessarily, I mean, you could throw a Trixie Hope on here, or pretty much a Manny or any other pilot, but I do like that 20% extra length on the ability. I think it's actually a big help. But when it comes to pilot skills, we're going to be running the Spy, Roadhog, Customization Adept, Armor Expert, Stubborn Warrior, Physical Shield Expert, and Cautious Pilot. So we want to make this thing faster, we want to make it more durable, and we want to boost up the physical shield to make that last longer. Now, one thing I didn't mention is the new Scarabus drone. If you put that on there, it will make your physical shield 150% stronger. So that's actually another really good choice if a boosted physical shield is something you're after. Due to the fact that's the newest and latest and greatest, I know some of you guys are going to have that and some of you won't. So if you got it, try it out. If you don't, hey, use the whiteouts or the paralysis. So when it comes to the specializations, you kind of can go with phase shift. It may not be a bad idea to go with phase shift on this, or you can go with healing. That is up to you. Whichever one you want to run is fine. I'm going to go with the advanced repair today, and I'm also going to go with the repair amplifier and a last stand. I mean, the immune amp is pretty sweet. It gives you a lot of nice bonuses, or you can just stick with the last stand. Either one works. So try both, see which one you like better. I like them both a lot, but we're going to go with the last stand today. So remember, this robot is designed to run up in your face, and it's kind of a support at this point. We can either play this one-on-one, or we can try and blind entire groups of enemies at one time and use it more like for a support. So you can either just run around and go Rambo and play this one-on-one, or you can use it to like help your teammates. If you can stick around a group of teammates that are brawling, you can use this to blind people to help your teammates. You can kind of blind people, then like run back behind the other guys, then blind them, then run back. We'll try and get some good game footage where we just tank this thing. We take it on as a tank, one-on-one, full-blown, and then we'll try and get some game footage where we use it to help our teammates. And yeah, anyways, it's a cool robot. So on the gameplay, we're going to put this thing into a durability test and see what it can handle. I'm not going to try to play it as good as possible because we want you to see what the robot can handle. We're going to get right up in there, shoot some people in the face, test out the durability, see if it dies quickly, can it take a hit and all that good stuff. That way we know if it's actually still worth playing as an up-close brawler, or if it's something you need to play more carefully or from a distance or whatever. So we're going to go get this thing in the gameplay and try it out. But first, if you purchase something on the Warrobots web shop, don't forget to click that support a creators button and then type in code DannyLang at checkout. That helps support this channel. It doesn't cost you anything extra to use my code, but it does help me out, so thank you for using my code. You guys and gals are awesome. I'll put a link to the web shop in the video's description. I'll try to remember to throw it in the pinned comment as well, but let's go get this thing into some gameplay, and then I'll kind of do a little review on it and let you know if it's any good. So let's go do it to it. We're going to pick 2 game clips, and bam, here we go. Alright, so this game is going to be a straight up durability and brawling test. We're just going to run in here and we're going to go hog wild and see if this robot can take a hit. Can it survive if we get into a one-on-one up close fight or even a team fight? So right now we got a teammate on the beacon. We're going to go try and help that guy. There's a couple of bad guys coming in. We're going to run down here, hit the ability and try to blind these guys. If that works out, that'll be a big help to my teammates. All right, we're definitely going to blind this guy. Bam. He should be blind. He shouldn't be able to see anything right now. We're going to try and turn this guy into a turd taco. Now we're going to... Oh, crap. There's Kaji bombs hitting me. I'm going to use my ability to avoid dying. If my ability wasn't ready, I'm pretty sure my robot would have went down like a ton of bricks. So now we've lost a lot of health and we're at a disadvantage. Here comes a Sam Jock. All right, this is holding up pretty well according to the circumstances. Our ability's almost ready again. We're going to go in for a blind. Unfortunately, I don't really have much backup over here. Now, beacon games are all about getting the beacons. Where are my teammates, guys? I have 0 help. I mean, we died pretty quickly, but that thing took a beating. It held up pretty well considering. The bad part is my teammates were nowhere to be found. They just left me alone to die, and well... that was a straight up durability test, and I think it held up pretty well for the amount of a beating it just took. One thing about this game is all 6 people on your team have to do a good job. If not, they just leave you alone to die like that. You're kind of screwed, so I think it performed really well for such a bad situation. I kind of wonder, where did my teammates go? Like, I ran over there, there was a couple of teammates. I guess they died and went elsewhere, so... if you have no support from your teammates, that's about what you can expect, I guess. But anyways, I think it performed pretty well for what just happened. Let's go play another clip. Okay, so here we go. We are dropping Mr. Angler. We're going to use our ability and quickly grab this first beacon. I'll tell you what, by the time those enemies get over here, we should be recharged. This thing doesn't have a huge cooldown, so you can use this ability somewhat often. So on this game, we're going to try to hopefully protect this beacon and support our teammates. All right, here comes an ultimate Lancelot. So we're just going to try to keep blinding this guy. As long as I got teammates over here to help me, I think we should have a good run. So there's me and a couple of dudes. I'm trying to blind him. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to lock him down, so he got away. I can blind that Ochi-Kochi, however. So that guy can't see a thing right now, so hopefully that's a big help to my teammates. And oh crap, here comes the ultimate Lancelot. We're taking a hit. I'm going to back off. Like right now I'm trying to support my teammates and not really brawl as much. So I'm trying to blind people, back up, and then let my teammates do the work here. Alright, so that guy's blind. We're going to try and back off for a second. Ah crap, I'm stuck. Get off of that thing, you dingus. Somebody is a really, really bad driver. And it might be me. Alright, we're going in for a blind again. So right now we are giving these guys a run for their money. I guarantee you they're annoyed right now. I'm annoying the crap out of these dudes. Alright, let's hit them with the mothership, but bam. I should probably throw my Frederick back on here. That'll allow me to do... Oh, they're coming after me. They're angry. They're like, I'm tired of this guy blinding me. Well, sir, I'm going to blind your face again. So, you know what? If you're aggressively fighting me, I will blind your face. That's all I got to say. Alright, we got a kill, but bam. That is one dead ding-dong right there. Oh, crap. That guy just hit me really hard. He's got like super powerful weapons, so yeah. Those are hard to deal with. We're going to try and blind him again. Can we get him? He should be blind. Yes, we blinded him. Got him. Wait, he can still see me? Crap sandwiches. Oh, yeah. So I don't know if the blind didn't work. Maybe he had some sort of anti-blind on there, but either he was still able to see me after I tried to blind him, or maybe his weapons were just at the right height to still be able to hit me. I'm not sure which one just happened, but that guy cooked my goose. So we're going to go ahead and play one more game clip. On the next one, I get ambushed by a couple of Teth robots. So let's see how this thing holds up when a couple of just killer beasts come and try to kill me. All right. I don't know. Let's go do it to it. One more game. All right, so this will probably be the last game that I record for the day. I mean, so far I'm having a lot of fun with this robot, and it's definitely somewhat decent. All right, we're going to go ahead and use the ability. Now, the thing is, I need my teammates to follow me over here. So what I'm going to do is run up against this thing and try and blind the guy on the other side. Maybe that will drive him off of the beacon so my teammates can grab it. So let me try and blind this guy. We're trying to use our robot here for a support, and we're doing something. We are doing something. All right, come on, come on, come on. I think we blinded them. I'm not sure. All right, so we got one Teth right there that we got to deal with. Hopefully my little physical shield keeps me from dying. All right, what is he doing? Come on, get out of here, sir. We need this beacon. I'm going to go ahead and hit my ability here and try and blind him again. This is probably a dumb idea to run over here on this side, but oh crap, there's a Teth on both. Okay, this is not, he's shooting me in the buttocks, guys. What the heck? So this is not going over well. We're trying to survive this. Yeah, it didn't happen. He got me. All right, so you saw the gameplay. You know, it didn't really survive well. I mean, it kind of did. It can definitely take a hit, but it's definitely not the brawling tank that it used to be. I mean, you got to play it a lot more carefully or play it more like a support, or you could probably play it from a distance if you wanted to, but that defeats the purpose of the ability that blinds people. I would say the robot performed decent at best, right? As an up-in-your-face, up-close brawler, it performed decent. I mean, it did okay, right? It did okay. Should you build one of these in the workshop? Well, maybe. Now, I recorded gameplay for probably about 2 hours. Most of the games went about like you saw here. Nothing special. I didn't have any phenomenal games with it. Most of the time, I go in and my teammates disappear. They leave me for dead and like 15 Teth robots show up and smash me or something. So when you don't have any proper support from your teammates, this robot's a little hard to play. But like on that second clip you saw, I actually did have some support from my teammates, and that clip actually went pretty well. So if you can use it to support your teammates, it's awesome. If you're out there by yourself and your teammates abandon you and 2 and 3 other robots show up, you're probably going to get stomped pretty quickly, but it did take a pretty decent hit before they finally took it down. Or at least in my opinion, it seems like a pretty decent robot. I'm sorry, my sinuses are wrecked today. Sinus bots roll out. So bottom line is, if you're playing on a really good team and you got some support, I think this robot can be really good. But if you have no support, it's decent at best, right? It's not necessarily something I would say, go ahead and build this in the workshop. It's better than a lot of the robots in the workshop right now, but it's definitely not the best robot in the game. You definitely want to be able to lock people down, and you want the thing to be as durable as possible and as fast as possible, but you do need some support, and I didn't have that on 99% of the games I played. It's hard to find good random teammates these days. Everybody's so worried about getting kills and damage, and they're camping in the back corners, and nobody's really running around trying to get beacons like they used to. I mean, when you play a beacon game, the goal is to get beacons. It's not to run around and kill people, right? Beacon games are normally won by beacon control, not wiping out the entire enemy team. I mean, if you got like a full squad of complete killers, maybe, but for your average person, on your average game, especially when you're playing with random people, beacon control is what normally wins the beacon games, and nobody's out there trying to get the beacons anymore. I don't know why. I don't know what's wrong with people. You got to get the beacons, guys and gals. That's very, very necessary to grab beacons when you're playing beacon games. Every single map has one beacon that's super important, and at the start of the game, there should be 3 or 4 people from your team that go to that one important beacon, and usually there's one guy that goes there on my team, and then it's me, right? And then 5 enemies show up because the other team's doing it right, and they obliterate my face because my team didn't do what they were supposed to, and I had 0 support. So It sucks trying to rely on these crappy teammates that just hang out in the back corner and do nothing. Now, if I actually dropped into a game and I had good teammates, I do think this robot would be very playable, but most of the time, I get some really crappy teammates that don't try to get beacons. They just do nothing. They stand in the back corner with their thumbs up their butts and do nothing. You know, you turn around, you start looking around, where are these guys? And you can't even see them on the map anywhere. You're like, where the hell are my teammates? Are they freaking like taking a nap somewhere? I'm telling you right now, when you're playing beacon games, your focus needs to be getting the beacons. If not, go play a free-for-all or a team deathmatch. Don't drop into a beacon game if you're not going to get beacons. Seriously. Idiots. Don't be a giant dingus-dongus and grab the beacons, turds. But anyways, I would say the Angler is a lot of fun to play. It's a decent robot. Should you build it in the workshop? Maybe. I mean, there's a lot of other robots in the workshop like the Invader and the Fenrir and the Skyros that I would probably build first. But I would say if you got a nice hangar of robots built and you want a little bit of variety to play, the Angler is probably worth building, sort of. If you're playing on a really good team and you learn to play the Angler well, I think you're going to have a lot of fun with it. But if you're playing on a crappy team, you need some support in order for this robot to do well. And as you can see, a lot of times you don't get any support from your teammates, especially when you're playing with randoms, and that sucks. So I think this robot's a little bit hit and miss. I really do like it. I really do enjoy it. But I only somewhat say it's, I only somewhat recommend building it. If you got some other robots and you want some variety, yes, go ahead and build one. But it wouldn't be like something I would want to have in my hangar 24/7. So what it really boils down to, it's a really good robot, but there are some better choices out there. So, I don't know, build it at your own risk, I guess. But I think that's going to wrap this video up. Thank you so much for watching. You guys and gals are amazing. Huge shout out to my channel members. Thank you so much. The extra memberships really do help this channel stay alive and pay the internet bills and keeps this channel running, to tell you the truth. If you watch more of my videos, that is also a gigantic help to this channel. I appreciate you guys and gals big time. If you check out the video's description or the pinned comment, you'll see the link to the web shop, my affiliate links, the Daily Lightning merch store, some other ways to help support the channel. Plus, there's some game news and some info down there in the video's description. So you might want to check that out. I stumbled and bumbled my words right there like always because I suck at speaking. If you want to help out and don't have nothing else to do, hey, maybe check out a couple of these videos that are just about to pop up on the screen right here. I would appreciate that big time. If you watch more of my videos, that really does help me out a lot. So thank you. I hope you enjoyed the video. Lightning out. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and we will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.